Hello everybody, this is Kai again. I'm going to be doing my second speech for the Ron Paul Public Speaking Curriculum. This one will be on my regular school day and stuff that I do, when I do it, that kind of thing. And it's not going to be too terribly long. And honestly, I was kind of looking forward to doing this speech because I don't usually get to talk about my school day that much to anybody. So anyway, here we go. I usually either wake up on my own or my sister wakes me up at, say, 7 o'clock, maybe 8, depends. And I begin with German, which I don't do in the schoolroom because I don't want everyone else's lessons kind of messing with mine, because German takes a lot of brain power to comprehend sometimes. And actually it's really fun to learn. I spend 30 minutes and I use Duolingo, and I would recommend using it. It doesn't teach every language. Like, for example, the last time I checked, it doesn't teach Japanese, which is what I originally wanted to learn, but I changed to German because I wanted to learn how to flirt with people angrily in a different language, see how they reacted. Yes, I'm juvenile. And after that, I do piano, which, again, takes 30 minutes, and we do downstairs. We have this old keyboard, old piano, that kind of sounds like, if you've ever seen the old Western movies and how they have like the pub piano that makes that weird kind of like dinging sound when it's done, like after you hit a key, we have that kind of piano. But it's really good. I've learned a lot of good pieces, like stuff from video games, stuff from culture. I can play James Bond, which is fun. And after piano, usually I do Wordly Wise or Word Roots, and this is my schedule. It's like Monday, Wordly Wise, then Word Roots on Tuesdays, Wordly Wise, Word Roots over and over and over again. Wordly Wise is just, here are some words that you may not know. This is what they mean. We're going to spend the entire week learning about them, and then we're moving on to another batch. And Word Roots is like, okay, here's some Latin root words. This is what they mean. These are some words that uses them, and now you're going to define them, put them in a proper sentence. And these things take hardly any time to do. It's really super easy to do, especially because we have the power of the dictionary if we ever get confused on a certain word. Then after that, I usually do coding or math. Math, I'm almost done with. It's my Algebra 2. I'm using the Saxon math books, and I do that on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, usually. And coding, I do on Khan Academy. It lasts for 1 hour, and it's really simple. It, like, talks about functions and JavaScript and stuff like that. Really basic, like how to type, how to change the color of a font and stuff like that. And what else do I do? Usually coding is cut out. Like, if I'm behind on assignments, like, my mom will cut coding out on a day because it's really easy and it's not exactly required. And, again, it's like an hour, so it's really easy to base around with coding. But I prefer doing math because that kind of makes me use my brain more. And after coding, I usually do science. Before, I used to do an hour and 45 minutes on Time for Learning, which I used to also do health and geography on, but I finished both of those classes. So there was that. And science is just kind of like talking about the atoms, talking about how like you find the mass or the velocity of something. But now recently my sister has started her science class, and when it starts talking about health, and she actually does it here on the Ron Paul curriculum. And so my mom said, okay, you do the 45 minutes on Time for Learning now, and you do 30 minutes with your sister on her science, which I'm fine with because I don't have to take notes on that. I have to take notes on most of my classes except for Wordly Wise, piano, German, and math. Then once I'm done with my science classes, I move on to my English assignments, which I do here, and I also do Wordly Wise. We just finished talking about George Washington Plunkett, I think is what his name was. I finished reading that book for this English curriculum here, and I'm just going to say I really didn't like that book. But And the English curriculum here is just read this thing, this is how it works, and then we're done, move on. And then we have like a writing assignment every 5 days. And I also do Writing with Skill by Susan Wise Bauer. I think that's how you say her last name, Bauer. Bauer. If you know how to say that, please tell me. And she focuses more on like analyzing it and implementing it like right away. And she also talks about poetry, which is also really nice. I like reading the poetry that she has. Then after English, there's home ec or art history, which I only do on Mondays. And those are like 30 minutes long each. Home ec is just knitting on craftsy.com, if you know what that is. Your mom probably uses that, maybe. Possibly. I don't know. And art history is also on Khan Academy, the same site that I use for my coding. And I'm learning about like Mesopotamia and Egypt and stuff like that. And they're like the urns and the pyramids and stuff like that. And it's really, really cool to see that. And that's pretty much my school day. Once I'm done with that, I'll have like a few extracurricular activities like Taekwondo on Tuesdays and Thursdays and art class on Wednesdays. And then after that, I'm just done. I get home, I take a shower, eat dinner, go to bed, wake up, do the same thing all over again. And honestly, I can't complain. I enjoy doing this school stuff, honestly. And with all that said, hope you enjoyed watching the video. Happy Valentine's Day. And I will see you next time I upload. Bye.